baby.
Can you read me a story?
I would love to. Come over here. I have a book right here.
Okay.
Grab Bonnie.
Thank you.
There once was a girl about this young who loved Halloween and all its fun. She counted down the days and weeks for that day she gets to trick or treat. But there was one thing she didn't find so neat, was that every year all she got was sweets. The little girl turned and said,
I do like candy, but too much hurts my head.
Halloween finally arrived. She got all ready and disguised. Before she headed out the door, she thought to herself, maybe this year I'll get something more. But once she got home and looked in her sack, nothing has changed. It's still the same old snack. She sat there with her bag in hand.
Why can't I receive something a bit more grand?
How is it possible? How can it be that every year I trick or treat, all I get is something sweet, she thought.
I'm so bored of all these things to eat. Maybe next year I'll get something unique.
She walked around with her head hung low, holding her little rhino, and said,
I guess all I can do now is just wait for the snow.
Sitting around quickly became lame, so she looked at her rhino and began to proclaim,
I can't just sit around looking at this window pane. I'll do gymnastics and I'll train.
The days quickly flew, and she was no longer feeling blue. And before she even knew, Halloween was here.
Thank you!
So once again she got herself dressed and thought maybe this was all a test, and looked in the mirror and said,
Hey, I look my best. There's no reason to be stressed. Maybe this time I'll head west.
Out the door she went with so much hope, saying,
Heck, I'll be even happy with a bar of soap. Or something fresh like a cantaloupe.
She went door to door. There wasn't a house she didn't ignore. She walked and walked until her feet were sore. She took a look at the clock and realized I better hit the last house on the block. She reached out her hand and started to knock, and there stood a lady dressed as a fox. She noticed her wearing cute woolly socks. She didn't say a word. She didn't talk. He handed the girl a little pink bag with a question mark written on its side. Her eyes grew so very wide, she almost cried. She put the bag in her sack and quickly headed back. She was so fast, you would think she was on an air track. Never once did she ever look back. Once she got home, she couldn't wait to see what this mystery bag might be. She went to go open it up.
I'm so excited!
She exclaimed.
I might just blow up! But before I start up, I better ask a grown-up.
She asked her mother and she said yes.
I'm so excited, I must confess. Can this Halloween be unlike the rest?
Her mom asked what could it be.
I don't know.
She said,
I can't wait to see. All this anticipation is killing me. If I wait too much longer, I'm going to pee.
She inside and smiled with glee.
OMG. Can this be a mystery leotard just for me?
She ran to her room to try it on. Wow, it's so soft. Could this be nylon or maybe chiffon? She thought to herself.
I don't know. I don't care. This leotard has so much flair. I'm on cloud nine. I feel lighter than air. Somebody must have heard my prayer. Halloween's no longer a nightmare. This is crazy. It feels like a dream. I need to get some for my whole team. Just think how good we'll look on the balance beam.
She called out to her mom.
Come, I need to order awesome!
Hey, I know you're excited, but try to be calm. Just head over to foxyleos.com.
That was as easy as 1, 2, 3. And it only cost a little fee. Halloween has been saved. Wouldn't you agree? And now everyone can look as good as me.
The end. So, how did you like that story?
I liked it. The only thing I wish I had is that leotard in the story, that Foxy's Mystery Leotard.
You wish you had one of those? I thought you might say that. So, look what I got you.
It's just like it.
Open it up.
It's a Foxy Leotard just for me. Oh, it's so cute.
Happy Halloween, Sophia.
Thank you, Mommy.